All right. Let's get comfortable. If you're using this recording to go to sleep at night, I hope you've taken some time to go over that top 10 list of things you can do to grease the wheels for the process. Some of those ideas like making sure the room is darkened, that you've done some relaxing things like a warm bath or herbal tea, read a book, and perhaps you've also taken note of some of those ideas and suggestions from Sleep Track 3. The ones that are saying that it's really okay if you don't sleep. It's really okay if you just drift and feel good. And tell yourself and imagine for yourself that as you proceed, your body and mind will be rested, rejuvenated, restored. And in many ways, perhaps by the act of listening to this recording and relaxing without worry, perhaps you'll rest even more deeply. Perhaps you'll have even more restorative experience. Perhaps this really is, in a sense, a gift that you've been given by yourself. So, if you haven't already closed your eyes, please close them. With your eyes closed, just take a nice, full, deep breath in. Hold the breath for a while, hold it. And then just sigh the breath out. Just let it go. Good. And then take another nice, full, deep breath in. And this time, somewhere along the line, just keeping your eyes closed, roll your eyes up gently towards the top of your head till you feel a little bit of eye strain. And then relax your eyes and exhale. And then you can forget about your eyes, forget about your breathing. Part of your mind has been monitoring your breathing for all of these years, and will continue to do so now. So you can just relax. This is your time for that. Nothing else is important right now. Perhaps you've put that little notebook by your bed, so if you think of something that you hadn't thought of before, you can jot it down. And then forget about it again. This is your time to forget about it. Forget about whatever it is. And let's take a little break from all that. As we are fortunate enough to have the sounds of waves with us here, seems like a logical choice to imagine now that you're at the beach. Imagine for a moment that you're at a place where sounds like the ones we're hearing would make sense. Whenever I go to a beach, in my mind, I like to go to a place I was very familiar with at one time. It's up in Sebasco, Maine. It was perfect in so many ways. I just loved it there. Except for one thing. The sand was kind of just mud. It was great for clams, things like that. It wasn't so great for just, being at a beach. But for Maine, it was great. But what I like to do in my mind is just to replace that sand with sand from other beaches that I'm familiar with, like by the Jersey Shore as an example, or down by Bethany Beach in Delaware. Take that warm, soft, white sand and put it there in the environment of that Maine beach. It's just my imagination. I'm not really changing the ecosystem. so I can enjoy it that way. And I'd like to invite you to do the same. Not necessarily with the beach at Sabasco, but with some beach that you know. Make it perfect. Maybe make it just the beach that you've been to that is perfect all by itself. You could imagine a beach that you've never been to. Or you could, take bits and pieces from different beaches and weave them together into one idyllic beach. But with every breath, begin to get more and more in tune with that beach now. Be there, hearing those sounds as if they're happening for real there, now, where you are there. You can feel that breeze coming in off the ocean, smell that soft, salty smell of the air. Feel the warm sand pressing up between your toes and feel the warm sun shining down from above. And if you'd like, you can imagine something that I guess I've never really experienced in real life, but if you want to, you can imagine it now. Some people prefer to imagine that they've got this place entirely to yourself. There's not a soul around in sight. You can stop and stand, do whatever you want, whenever you want. And you have total freedom to do that now and relax completely, enjoying the beauty and the solitude of your beach. And then I'd like you to walk down to the water's edge. And you'll sense the difference as you step down onto that tideland sand. You'll feel it firmer and cooler under your feet. And the froth of the waves as they come in, go back out, leave a foam around your feet and ankles. And as the wave recedes, that foam just kind of sinks, disappears into the sand. Down over there you see a little family of sandpipers or plovers perhaps, running in to see if they could find something to eat where the wave was just a moment ago. And they quick run back out again when the next wave rolls in. I'd like you to reach down in your mind's eye and draw on the sand a number 5. 5. And as you do, begin to get in touch with a feeling. It's a feeling of comfort and relaxation. It starts in your feet, perhaps your toes, your heels. But gradually and with every breath, that feeling grows. You feel it spreading throughout every muscle, every fiber, every sinew of both of your feet, soothing them and relaxing them now. You feel that feeling spreading up through your ankles, relaxing your ankles. You feel it moving up through your shins and your calves, all the way up to your knees. Now, some people experience this feeling of relaxation as a heavy sensation. You feel their feet and legs sinking down heavily into the cushions of the bed. Others experience it just the opposite, like a floating feeling. You might experience it as a warm sensation, or perhaps a cool sensation, or a tingly feeling. But whatever it is for you, starting today and from this day forward, that symbol of the number 5 will be associated in your mind with this relaxing feeling that you feel from your knees down to your toes. Oh, and that wave started to wash away that number 5. That one's finishing the job. So you move down the beach a little further. move down the beach and then reach down and draw on the sand a number 4. 4. And with the number 4, that soothing feeling begins to spread up from your knees on up into your thighs. You feel it spreading throughout the hamstrings and the quadriceps, sinking deep down to the bone. And you know how the thigh bone is connected to the hip bone. So that soothing feeling flows up through the hips, relaxing your hips. Spreads up throughout your buttocks and your groin, all the way up to your waist. And starting today and from this day forward, that symbol of the number 4 will be associated in your mind with this relaxing feeling. So that any time you see a number 4 or read a number 4, anytime you hear a number 4 or say a number 4, anytime you dial or type a number 4, part of your mind will associate that symbol with this letting go of tensions, this release of strains from your waist down to your knees. And then a wave comes, starts to wash away the number 4. So you take some more steps down the beach, reach down, draw on the sand a number 3. 3. And with the number 3, that soothing feeling now flows up into your back. You feel it releasing, relaxing the back muscles. And the small little muscle groups between each vertebrae relax along the spine one by one, while the large muscle groups of the back relax quite rapidly up along the whole back. And while your back continues to relax, that same soothing feeling moves up into your front, relaxing your stomach muscles, your abdomen, moving up through your solar plexus and your chest, softening the musculature around your rib cage, allowing the breathing to become easy and soft, as that soothing sensation fills your entire torso now. And then a wave comes, starts to wash away the number 3. So you move down the beach a little further, reach down and draw on the sand a number 2. 2. And with the number 2, that soothing feeling flows up into your shoulders. And you feel that relaxing sensation begin to release the tension in the shoulders. And as the trapezius muscle relaxes, the one that connects from the neck out to the shoulders, you might notice a flow of relaxation that flows then down from your shoulders to your upper arms, from your upper arms through your elbows to your forearms, down through your wrists and hands to your fingers. And nothing is important right now. Nothing's important right now. Just like when you take a nice hot shower, and that warm water runs down your back and runs down your arms and drips off the ends of your fingertips. Well, so too, you can let all tensions, all strains, just drain away. And then a wave comes, starts to wash away the number 2. So you move down the beach a step or two, and draw on the sand a number 1. 1. And with the number 1, that soothing sensation now begins to flow up into your neck, relaxing your neck muscles vertebrae by vertebrae, along the neck relaxing comfortably. And as your neck relaxes, your throat relaxes. And as your throat relaxes, if you feel a need to swallow, that's all right, that's natural. And then feel that soothing feeling flowing up from the neck to the back of the head, in and around the scalp, relaxing the muscles between the head and the scalp, flowing up over the top of the head, and then down into the forehead, flowing throughout your temples, relaxing your eyes and your cheeks, your jaw, filling your whole head with a calm, peaceful state of mind. And any time in the future you see a number 1 or read a number 1, anytime you say or hear or type or dial a number 1, part of your mind will associate that symbol with this calm, peaceful state of mind. And then you turn, and you begin to walk back up onto the warmer, softer sand, feeling the sand pressing up between your toes as you go. You might look back over your shoulder, notice that a wave has come and is washing away that number 1. And you find a nice spot up there in the warm, soft sand, and use your toe to inscribe in the sand a large circle, like a 0. And you spread out a beach blanket or a towel inside that circle, and stretch out. Just stretch out and enjoy that feeling of the warm sand as it radiates up from below you. Enjoy the feeling of the warm sun as it shines down from above. And that soft breeze blowing in off the ocean that feels so nice on your skin. Makes the temperature just right. And with every breath as you inhale, you can relax a little bit more. And with every breath as you exhale, you can relax a little more deeply. But no matter how deeply you relax, part of your mind will continue to listen, record, and utilize any and every positive suggestion, every valuable idea and thought that I offer you that is appropriate for you, and will set in motion and reinforce those outcomes that you have in your own mind, those that you are entitled to, that you deserve. So right now you can just let yourself drift. You don't even have to try to listen to the words that I say. You can really trust your unconscious mind to do the work for you for a while you just listen to the sound of my voice, listen to the sound of the waves, and allow yourself to drift more and more comfortably. Drift. And as you continue to drift, it might be reassuring to recognize that your unconscious mind and conscious mind are really one and the same thing, and that there are no bad parts of you. There are parts of you that need to be updated. Sure. You and everyone else. That's all right. Because they can be updated. You can allow them to start updating now. Because it's nice to know that you're pre-programmed to function in an optimal way. You're pre-programmed to function optimally and to reprogram yourself whenever there's better software available. It's kind of automatic. And right now, as you're resting, your unconscious mind is sorting through things you don't even have to know about. It's part of its job to do that while you just relax. A long time ago, people used to think that it was important to analyze dreams and thoughts and ideas and get to the bottom of them. But no. It's just your unconscious mind's job to, in a sense, take out the trash. Those things you no longer need. It's kind of like sorting through old files. Sorting through the stuff accumulated for years up in the attic or down in the basement of your mind. You don't need it anymore. Most of it. Much of it. You can just let it go. And the unconscious mind does that through dreaming. And as you sleep and dream, it sorts and does that work for you. So you can just rest. And if thoughts and ideas intrude on your comfort, you can just say, oh, look at that. There goes an intrusive thought. Bye. And let it go. Just let it go. Then you can just close your eyes. Take a big deep breath and roll your eyes up towards the top of your head and remember those numbers. 5, 4, and 3. And before you know it, you're just drifting again. You might not even get as far as 3 or 2. Before you're just kind of drifting. We've all been at beaches where we've seen a piece of driftwood floating in the water. And even though the waves come in and waves go out, that driftwood just seems to drift. Never washes up onto the shore. Somehow the waves kind of go around it. And it goes a little closer, and then it goes a little back out again, and just kind of drifts. Or we've seen ducks or loons or other waterfowl out there. They seem to ride those waves like an expert surfer, except they don't really have that desire to ride them like a surfer would. And you, now, as you're relaxing, really can allow these waves to sound like cleansing to your mind. They can just wash out all those things you no longer need. Just like your mind going through all those files, attic space. You can imagine that with every wave, a wave of relaxation washes over your body. Washes back down again. And it washes away any tension and strain, allows you to relax deeper and deeper with every breath. It's a wave of relaxation washing up over your body and then washing back down again, taking with it any knots of tension, allowing you to relax. It's soothing. It's comforting. And in just a few moments, I'm going to stop talking. The waves will continue for a while, and then this recording will fade. And you can just allow yourself to fade deeper and deeper down to a deep, natural sleep. You know, the nice thing, by the way, about these countdown numbers is fringe benefits there. You probably realize that if you ever had any tension in your back, you could just remember the number 3 and feel that release of tension throughout your back. You don't have to wait till you're in bed to do that. If you ever had any tension in your shoulders, just remember that number 2 and feel that soothing quality there. But you never need be concerned using this recording to go into trance or to sleep at night. Because as you're aware, you're aware. And if something were to happen that would require your attention or interaction, you would instantly be awake and aware enough to respond accordingly and do the right thing. And then you could just go back to your bed, back to your chair, put your head back on the cushion, and remember those numbers. 5, 4, 3. And sure enough, before you know it, you're just drifting. And you may not even remember reaching 2 or 1 or 0 before you find yourself drifting more and more comfortably. Drift. Drift.